Hello everyone, SilverContrail here, back again for some more Direwolf20. I have been busy. I made a house, I made a bunch of stuff. I did a bunch of things. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit of a recap, covering, well, recap for me, not for you, covering some of the stuff I've done, and then we're going to hook up some power so that we can have a fully automated source of power. I do have some power right now, but I want more. So, first of all, I built a base. I'm still toying with some of the designs. Obviously, it looks really vanilla. You know, you get the wood planks and the cobblestone. This will all get replaced at some point, especially if I can get that exchange wand. And so this is really it so far. There's some stuff that's going together over here. Eventually, this will all be a building, and I'll have another building probably down there. And I want to have some stuff over here too. All my farms, get those all squared away. So, let's go back downstairs real quick. There is a lot of stuff to cover. I really get into actually additions. You guys probably remember that from the last episode. And I've been watching some more Let's Plays from Etho and some other people, and I've been looking more and more into actually additions, and I see they're using it quite a bit, which is awesome because it's a really cool mod. But as far as power generation goes, it doesn't really have anything I really wanted to play with. I don't think I have the manual. Oh, there it is right there. There wasn't anything that I really wanted besides the solar panels, which at some point I might have a big automated solar farm, but not right now. The heat collector has actually been my main source of power for a while. And then these guys, I don't know. I really haven't gotten into them too much. So I decided, well, let's go the immersive engineering route. And we'll open up this and we will check out something really cool here. It is called you know what? I have no idea where this is, actually. I don't know where it is in here, but I know where it is. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know where it is in here. But it's the water mill, so oh geez. Water, no, mill. Oh, power generation, here we go. The kinetic dynamo. So the kinetic dynamo basically just converts power from windmills and water wheels. So here are the windmills. And then here are the water, or improved windmill. Here's the water wheel, there it is. I accidentally went too far. So this thing is pretty simple. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize I need steel. Anyways, you put like 3 of these in a chain and they'll all work pretty well. And then you just power them, or then you just hook up a kinetic dynamo. I've done this in a previous world, so I know what's up. But I didn't think about it. But, oh, that's not how you spell steel, that's how you spell stel. Okay, steel, ingot. Okay. So, I don't have steel. I didn't even think about it. Shoot. Let's see. Okay, that can't be the only way to make it, right? Like, there's got to be... I mean, there's the Railcraft version. Can we make a blast furnace? I don't know. I don't think I have the stuff for a blast furnace. Well, shoot. Hold on. Let's go back to that. Okay, well, I don't know where my recipes are. So, uses. Here we go. Okay, so we've got this. So there's a Railcraft version, there's an immersive engineering, and there's an IC2 version. This version can be crafted, right? It can be smelted from steel grit. Where do you get steel grit from? Crusher? Alchemy table? Interesting. Or a sag mill. But that's all if you have steel already. So that doesn't really help us. Can we make molten steel? And one of these things? I don't have one of these things either. Okay, so we might have problems. Oh boy, that's gonna be a holdup. Okay, okay. So, oh, shoot, we might have to make a blast furnace. I might have to pause and go make a blast furnace. Well, what's going on here? Where is the blast furnace preheater? I don't know what this is. I actually don't know how to make steel outside of Railcraft, but I have had trouble with Railcraft. It's like I think the Railcraft blast furnaces turn off. The coke oven wasn't working when I tried to put that together, so I had to make the immersive engineering one. And I think the Railcraft one is disabled too, because there's no recipe for it. I think that's how this pack is balanced. Well, shoot. There goes some of my plans. So I have the coke oven here. This is the immersive engineering coke oven. As far as I can tell, there are no blast furnace. Blast brick. There's a blast brick. Oh wait, maybe you can make it from this. Maybe. Okay, so this is probably how you make it right here. It takes blaze powder. Oh boy. Anyways, so before we go, I'll probably have to go off camera and get that. So let me talk about some of the other stuff up here. This right here is another lens, or excuse me, it's another atomic reconstruction that we have downstairs. This one's got the lens of the miner. This is the really cool one that you've probably heard about. I need to get some stone real quick. And it is a really cool way to create ores, because that's exactly what it does. It creates ores. So you don't have to go and run around and do any mining, because it does that for you. So if you hit the button here, it just converts a stone block into an ore. Pretty impressive, right? So the way I have this set up here is I've got an enervator. So basically it takes power sources and then it puts them into whatever block it's next to. In this case, I've got a battery, which is basically a portable power source. The energizer is the opposite. It takes energy from something. Oh, there we go. It takes energy from something, in this case, a heat collector, and puts it into its own individual storage, and then you can put it into something. So the heat collector, if it's surrounded by 4 lava blocks, it will just generate like a passive, I think it's 40 RF per tick, which is pretty decent, but it will sometimes destroy those blocks. So what I did is I went and I made this pump from ranged pumps. The problem with this is, for one, I don't know how to get stuff out of it. For two, the range, I don't know if it's up at the config or whatever, but I can't seem to get it to be smaller. And it's like looking like it's at like 426 by, it's like it's at like negative what is it, 573? So I don't even know where that is. It's gonna be 400. That's this way somewhere, like way over there. It's looking for these lava blocks. I don't know why it's way over there, but it is. Yeah, so it's kind of a pain. Not really sure what's happening with that. Coke oven, yeah. So this is generating the power, and then I'm ripping the power out of here. I'm jumping up here, and then we just plug it back in here. So it's really, really manual. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. And sometimes you get lucky and you get diamonds. Actually, the very first time I used it, I got a diamond. And I haven't got one since. So this is the kind of thing that you really want to, I guess, automate, because it's kind of tedious to do it yourself. It does use up a huge amount of energy that's using up. So basically my battery has been fully drained now. And then we can try to do it again. We're probably going to get nothing. So lots of kind of useless stuff here. Certus quartz, completely useless to me. For now, at least. I do have a Fortune 3 pick. I made this using an enchanter that I have downstairs. We'll look at that real quick. If we can stop jumping. I've got these awesome slime boots. They make you bounce, you take no fall damage unless you hold shift. Then you don't bounce, then you take fall damage. Yeah, so this enchanter here from Ender.io basically has a bunch of set recipes. So you can pick what kind of enchantment book you want by giving it certain stuff. So if you want Fortune 3, just go grab some emeralds right here. You put enough emeralds in here. I think it's like 3 emeralds, and it'll give you Fortune 3. So not too bad. And you can get, of course, all other stuff. So probably the ideal way of getting a specific enchantment. That's the word I'm looking for. As far as like the XP cost, it's a little much. So I have the spawner up here, and I move this with my moving wand, which is an amazing wand. I love this thing. Use it all the time. Moving around blocks that I don't want to just mine and pick up. It's pretty sweet. What you see up here, if you're not familiar with Actually Additions, this is basically the infusion crafting system. In fact, the book refers to it as infusion, kind of self-referencing the fact that every mod needs infusion these days. And basically just lets me create some of the higher end tools for Actually Additions. Each of these pillars needs a little bit of power. Let's see. This one's got full power, so I don't need this next to it anymore. Put this right here. So like I said, pretty sweet to just be able to pick up stuff with the moving wand. Of course, I love the teleportation wand too. It's really fun. So this is where the water wheels are going to go eventually. I have enough stuff to make 1 right now. If I had steel. I don't have steel. Basically, the water wheels will sit probably right about here, I think. And then the dynamo will go probably right here. And then that will take the power, and then we can run the power all the way back. I'm putting it kind of out of the way because it's going to be in the way if I put it anywhere else. And I'm not going to want to move it probably, but I can do that later if I have to. A little bit of experiments with extra utils too. I had no idea that you needed to do this. This is all to try to make a lava generator, which ended up not working anyways. Because I don't know how to convert from like their new power system here, this GP stuff, to redstone flux. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Otherwise, I've got just a setup here. I've got a crusher that crushes ores, and apparently doesn't have anything in it. Well, that's interesting. Didn't I just grab some coke? I swore I just grabbed some, and now there's none in there. Oh well. There we go. We need to put more coal in here too, and we need to get the creosote oil, which is of course important for making the water wheels and many other things in immersive engineering. Those water wheels that we can't actually do anything with. Oh well. Also, I have this drill, and this drill is really cool. So it's a little expensive to make, takes diamonds, but once you have it, you can upgrade it. So if you hold Shift and right-click, it gives you all these slots in here. So you can give it Fortune 3, you can give it mining efficiency. You can also give it, I can find them in here. There we go. These mining augments, which increase the size of its mining to ridiculous amounts. I can show you what I mean when we head down here. Whee! Oh, shoot. So that's my boots doing their thing. So originally I was mining with the stone hammer, and I dug out a lot of stuff down here. But then I started to mine with this thing, set on 5, so much longer tunnels that are pretty cool. And also a lot of diamonds. What I found... Ooh, there we go. What I found is it's best to mine while you're standing on Y5. So when it says Y5, that's where you want to be. That seems to be the densest spot, at least from previous Direwolf20s. That's been the densest spot, judging by what the actual numbers they put out are. And they've actually like configured the ores in those packs. I don't know if it continues, but I've had a lot of good luck mining on this level, so I would try it if you're having trouble finding diamonds. And I did for a long time, and then I dug this out and I found a ton of them. And since we have this Fortune 3 pick, of course you can collect a lot. Whee! I love the, what is this thing called? Slime Sling. I didn't want to call it a slingshot because I didn't think that was what it was actually called. Of course, combined with the boots. If you can find one of those slime islands in the sky, it's super, super easy to, you know, get this setup going. And then, of course, you can basically fly all over the world if you want. Whee! It reminds me of the days when we'd have... Oh, shoot, I hit the water. When we'd have... Oh, what was it? I think it was like gliders and jetpacks, and you could get around the world really fast. This is actually... feels a lot faster. I mean, I guess you can still have gliders and jetpacks. I don't know if Open Blocks is updated yet, but you can basically do that. Well, guys, I think next time, now that I've kind of wrapped everything up, next time we're going to hook up the power system, and so this will be a shorter episode. We'll hook up the power system, get everything connected, and really start working towards getting automated ore production up and getting some automated mining going, because the mining is getting pretty tedious. And then once we have all that, I think we'll be moving towards bigger and better things. I'm not sure what those are yet. I haven't decided. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time then.